Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2020 mid-month general reading. So we're looking at the last half of January, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. That's Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, if your Venus is in Libra, or if you are cross-watching for a Libran as well. If you know your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, watch all of those as well, because each one can provide, additional bits of information and clarification that can be helpful in putting together a more clear and cohesive picture of what's going on in your life right now, because as many of you know, general readings always resonate a little differently for everyone. So welcome everyone. I hope that you are having a really lovely transition into this new year that is still stretched out in front of us. If any of you are interested in reaching out to me for a personal one-on-one reading, particularly if any of these videos resonate for you, or as a gift for friends, family, and loved ones, just click on the description link below for more information, contact details. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all main areas of life, including, in addition to love and romance readings, I do relationship compatibility readings, career, work, and finance, extended spreads there, and I also offer 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look, which I get a ton of requests for at this time of the year, although people do order them at any time of the year, and you can, but when we transition out of one year into a new one, I always get a lot of requests for a look ahead at what's coming, so something to keep in mind. All right, Libra, let's see what the last half of January 2020 has in store for you. For those of you who need to know and want to know, I am using the Gilded Tarot. So Libra, the first card out is the Five of Cups in reverse, followed by the Eight of Cups, the Two of Wands, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit's dropped something in your lap. And from the bottom of the deck, overall energy and guidance is the Lovers. So your overall focus for the last half of January is the Lovers. Major Arcana card. Usually represents a pretty passionate connection you have with somebody else. Likely love and romance, although this card could show up for career, work, and finance too. It represents something, but most often someone you feel a very passionate connection to. No lack of heat here. It also represents making a choice. In the early tarot decks, the Lovers was not referred to as the Lovers card. It was called the Choice, and it showed a man standing in front of two women, the implication being that a decision needed to be made that was going to significantly affect the lives of everyone involved. Now, that is not to say that this is a three-party situation. If this is a love romance reading, for those of you who are watching and it resonates with, this can be a decision or a choice about a significant relationship, or it can be a decision or choice which affects your primary relationship. Like I've seen the Lovers card come up for, a work and career move or switch, or moving or relocating that needs to be made, which of course will affect perhaps a really significant relationship you have in your life. So it could be that as well. For some of you, it might be a third-party situation. You may be trying to make a decision between two different people or two different things. You could even be making a decision between a passionate connection or involvement you have with someone and something else in your life that isn't in regards to a person. And it looks like you are letting go of some kind of past loss and grief. Some of you may be letting go of potential that still may be in a particular relationship or situation in your life. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Eight of Cups. So the Five of Cups, in the upright position, this is dwelling on some kind of loss, grief, pain, regret. The Two Cups behind the man or woman, well, I mean, it's a man, but I try not to be too gender specific, particularly in general readings, because there's so many of you watching. So in the upright position, the Five of Cups is dwelling on some kind of loss or grief, pain, regret, bitterness, even though there is still perhaps something remaining to be salvaged, or opportunities which you might not be seeing because you're focused on the past. We can only look in one direction at one time. So in the reverse, this is letting go of some kind of loss or grief or upset you've had in your past, maybe some regret over something as well. For some of you, this can represent also letting go of any further potential there might be in the relationship or the situation, because the Two Cups behind him represents something still to be salvaged, something that still remains that's there, or an opportunity in your environment. But in the reverse position, it represents letting go of all of that and walking away, turning your back on it. Again, for some of you, this is going to be, you know, if this is a relationship reading, or even another kind of situation, you know, it looks like you spent some time grieving over what was lost or changed in it, even though there may still have been things remaining, and you were just focused on the grief, but now you're choosing to let go of that and walk away in light of something else. Some of you, there may have still been some opportunities within this relationship or situation, but you're letting go of that. You're walking away. You're turning your back on it because it's not fulfilling or satisfying for you, because the Five of Cups in reverse is clarified by the Eight of Cups. This is turning your back on whatever these cups represent. Some of them are tipped over and spilled out, and some of them are upright and full. You know, just it's very similar to the Five of Cups, which you're letting go of. You may not be entirely certain in what direction you're going or how to get there, but you've turned your back on these cups because they represent something which has run its course, or it's turned out differently than what you thought it would be, and you're done. Hence, perhaps that decision-making process. It sounds like this is something many of you are still in the midst of. So next we have the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Fabulous combination of cards. The Two of Wands represents trying to choose a path to figure out how to make something happen. In the preceding card, the Ace of Wands, aces represent the number one, so they represent the beginning or the opportunity. In the Two of Wands, okay, now you're at a crossroads. Which path do I take to manifest what it is that I want? And the key is in long-term thinking and planning. You want to take the path that leads you closer or to your long-term goal in whatever area of life this is resonating. And if it's relationships, it means, you know, making perhaps dating decisions, or taking an existing relationship, or making dating decisions that align you with your path. If you're looking for a long-term committed relationship, then you don't want to invest time in a relationship or dating somebody who doesn't want the same things, or isn't sure about the same things, or might be saying they want the same things but their behavior says otherwise. So it's about making good practical decisions that lead you towards what you want. So, you know, trying to make a decision on how to do this going forward. It's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune has brought something to you. This is divine timing and orchestration. In the upright position, it does imply a stroke of good luck, of good fortune. Spirit has brought something to you that you are now trying to make a decision on, you know, which way to go in order to manifest this into reality, or take a beginning that you already have, or an opportunity you already have. Okay, what do I do with this? Which way do I go with this? And again, this might be about a relationship in your life, perhaps about two relationships in your life, or it could be a decision, another decision, you know, in another area of your life, but that will affect perhaps someone that you're very passionately connected to or very close to. Let's pull one final message from Spirit, guidance and advice, a higher message from Spirit for Libra on how best to navigate through this situation for the last half of January 2020. The Ace of Cups. So whatever this new beginning or new opportunity is, go for it. The Ace of Cups, here's an ace here. New beginnings, the number one, the start of something new, an opportunity. Cups is water energy, which is emotional energy in the tarot. So sometimes the Ace of Cups can represent new love and romance. Perhaps you've met someone new. and you're deciding to let go of an old relationship or currently existing one that has been through quite a bit of challenges, there might still be something there, but you're making the decision to let go of it and pursue someone perhaps you feel is more in alignment with you. The Ace of Cups fundamentally represents the heart opening up again. New emotional awakenings, could be spiritual awakenings. Maybe that may create a decision-making process that will affect your relationship. And the Ace of Cups can also represent the beginning of self-love, of making decisions which are more oriented towards, you know, taking care of yourself, making decisions fundamentally based on what's best for you in your true, honest self. So it can be, perhaps you're choosing to leave something behind, or making a decision to leave something or someone behind, even though it may be difficult for you, even though there still might be potential, because you're choosing a path that is actually better for you, particularly in an emotional and spiritual way as well. So whatever the new beginning or new opportunity that Spirit has kind of brought to you here, whether it's an opportunity within another situation or with another specific person, or just with the decision to let something go because, you know, it opens your heart up in a way that's better for yourself. Spirit is advising that you take this opportunity. Again, we live in a free will zone. You can make whatever decision you want to make, but Spirit is saying kind of go for it here. So Libra, that is your reading for the last half of January 2020. I hope that it was useful and helpful for you in some way. Again, if any of these readings resonate for you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for friends, family, and loved ones, just email me by clicking on the description link below. You'll see more info and contact details. You can always email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week or more. It is all that I do and what I love to do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with people's schedules to get readings out to you in as quick and timely a fashion as possible. And I can usually respond to any initial inquiries with more info within the same day or the first 24 hours. So Libra, I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the February 2020 general readings. I hope everyone continues to have a lovely and peaceful transition into this new year, and I look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.